is an independent arm of government. When they hand out judgment, it is not for you to pick and choose whether to obey or not. I accept their judgment in good faith. I am a product of the judiciary. I always tell people that if I am not a convict today, it's courtesy of a courageous bench and a very resourceful bar. All my life has been a life of struggle. People have always oppressed me, harassed me, and the court has always come to my aid. Even my big governor was courtesy of court. So yesterday's judgment, I accept it in good faith, and my lawyers will advise, having studied the judgment, what is the next line of action. So at this point, I will just thank their lordship for their judgment and look forward to my lawyers advising me of what should be the next line, if there should be another next line of action. To that, I said, what I do next will be based on my legal advice, and my lawyers will act on that. I don't think I need to communicate it through the television. It's a relationship between a lawyer and his client, and I think we should leave it at that. As for what I heard my brother Victor was saying, until 7 p.m. yesterday, and only because I was in court, I remained the chairman of the APC. And before then, the governor of Edo State had voluntarily resigned his membership of our party, and that resignation has since been accepted. The screening has been completed, and all that was left was done today by members of the NWC. We are 21 members. Since the court suspended me or upheld what they describe as the suspension by my ward, and that is another matter, I did not attend that meeting in obedience to the court of law, to the judgment of the Court of Appeal. But the Court of Appeal did not suspend the functioning of the National Working Committee. And the constitution of the party states clearly, in the absence of the chairman, who act as chairman and the rest of it. And the National Working Committee, I'm told, and I read in the media as well, met, and about 16 out of 20 took some decisions to ensure that all attempt to scuttle the forthcoming primaries in Edo was not done, was not successful, and they went ahead to appoint primary election committee that will conduct the election. And to ensure that it is done creditably, they appoint in their wisdom a governor to chair the panel as the returning officer, along with other eminent members of the party that have been given that assignment by the NWC that sat today. I was not there because, as I said, in obedience to the court order, I have to stay away. But my advice to my brother Victor is about common sense. In the absence of the chairman, there is nothing in our rules, and the courts can only interpret the rules of the party and the Constitution of Nigeria. I mean, it sounds to common sense. If the chairman is absent, it should be the deputy. In the absence of the deputy, it is the vice chairman. How does the deputy secretary come in? As we speak, we have a secretary sitting in the office, working late hours to ensure that the secretariat function. I think that my brother, deputy, who I just spoke a bit of Giadom, wants to take our party to the route of Rivers State, where they created so much problem that as we speak today in Rivers, we have crisis. My plea with them is that they should put God first and put our national party interest second and put our democracy deep in their heart and not try to use any externalities to destabilize our party the way it has been destabilized in Rivers State. Everybody knows, including the overall leader of our party, President Muhammadu Buhari, that we ought to try to resolve issues amicably as provided for within the constitution of our party. How can a deputy national chairman, assuming he was still one, claim to be chairman? So for me, these are not my problems now. what really concerns me at this point, just even if I'm not an officer of the party, I remain a member, and I'm very familiar and conversant with the provisions of the Constitution. I just want to say that, yes, if you ask me what I'm doing now, I'm resting in obedience to the court order. I'm reflecting, and I'm consulting with my lawyers. And I'm satisfied that I'm doing what I should be doing. But however, this point needs to be made just for the benefit of our teaming members and even for the Nigerian public who are interested on how political party functions in our country. Our party is not an armed force organization. It is a structured organization based on rules and regulations and on the basis of a constitution which was registered with INEC, and on the basis of which we transact the business of APC. I was suspended, or I was allegedly suspended by a ward, and the Court of Appeal in its wisdom has now upheld that suspension. The NWC as an organ of the party was never taken to court. There is no judicial pronouncement to the effect that NWC no longer exists. The court has not frozen the constitution of APC. The court actually yesterday quoted copiously sections of the APC constitution. And for me, the business of APC will be transacted as a member. The business of APC can only be managed on the basis of the constitution of the APC. I think there are people who are determined to hide under this crisis to perpetuate their own agenda. How, just listening to Mr. Victor saying that he has decisions to screen, the panel is appointed by NWC. The appeal panel is appointed by NWC. The decision to accept the recommendation is taken by NWC. That NWC is valid. It is not taken by one man. It borders on the height of, I don't want to use the word mischief on my otherwise a good brother. It is unfair for him to think that anybody, including myself inclusive, whether in suspension or out of suspension, even as a city chairman, I do not have the power, and I have never exercised such power to set aside decisions taken by the National Working Committee. No individual can set aside the decision of the National Working Committee. And I'm shocked that Mr. Victor can claim, as a Deputy National Secretary, whose position is even in contest, whether having resigned from the office and he has not been renominated back. You don't walk out of your job, you resign, we accept the resignation, you return back. But this is a matter for another day. But assuming he was even a substantive legal Deputy National Secretary, he thinks that, or according to him, he has now been posed as acting chairman by whatever authority he has quoted, that gives him power as a sole administrator, like a military administrator, to set aside decisions democratically taken with minutes in place. As we speak, the real secretary is in the office. So I just want to appeal that if anybody wants to create confusion within the party, the media should not aid such person. Look critically at the constitution of the APC and be guided.